Sometimes in life, a product is forced to serve a greater purpose that it, by no means, is meant to serve. Unfortunately, that happens with airplanes too. And that's why tonight, I'm gonna be stuck on this E195 E2 for the next 7 hours. Welcome to Ottawa, which, despite being the home of the Canadian government, has an airport that serves less yearly passengers than Boise, Idaho. I'll be fair, this place has flights to London and Paris. It also has flights to Vancouver, British Columbia, the place that I'm flying to on Porter Airlines Embraer E195 E2. This one specifically being C-GKQV, a 3-year-old aircraft delivered fresh to Porter in June of 2023. Finding my way to my seat tonight, one of the 132 Safran Z85 seats. The seat features 30 inches of pitch, 18 inches of width, and 2 inches of recline. The seat also features a safety card and the super interesting Inflight menu. The flight at this point has already taken a little bit of a delay, and as much as I'd love to say how much, it doesn't really matter at this point. It's only going to get worse. What does matter is liking this video and subscribing to the channel. I make videos just like this one that cover my travels on a growing list of airlines, and the fact some of you haven't subscribed yet is quite frankly astonishing. So stop the delay and join the majority of the planet that is already subscribed. If you care to support me financially, be sure to join the channel membership to get things like early access, extra content, and power to influence decisions and ideas.
Adjust to fit tightly around your hips. To release the seatbelt, lift the buckles upper portion and pull apart. Pour attacher votre ceinture de sécurité, insérez la boucle dans la pince et serrez-la bien aux hanches. Pour la détacher, soulevez la partie du haut et tirez.
I did not film the countless minutes of sitting around on the tarmac, but believe me, we did. This flight will not take off until about 2 hours after the scheduled departure time, which means I sat in this mediocre seat with minimum legroom and space for 2 hours non-stop before even getting into the air for the already 5-hour flight. At least I had a window to look out of in the darkness. This is not my first Porter flight. In fact, recently I posted a video of myself on board one of Porter's Dash 8s. If that intrigues you, well, guess what? You now have another video you can watch after this one. on our way out of the snowy city of Ottawa and on our way to Vancouver. It's been a long day of travel, and my goal of this trip was to sleep. I will tell you now that I did not get a single minute of sleep on this flight. Instead, I decided to spend most of my precious time on my phone taking advantage of Porter's free Wi-Fi. It worked well, though I did not try and watch any movies. I'll be honest, the Wi-Fi is what kept me going on this flight. Lesson learned: don't assume you'll be able to get food on your flight. As I have learned tonight, just because they sell the food does not mean you will have a chance to buy it. Porter offered a variety of paid meals and snacks, all of which are served cold, and I had planned to get one of their larger meals as my late dinner. The airline did advise me the meals are first come first serve, and unfortunately I decided to sit in the very back of the aircraft in seat 30 Delta. By the time the crew got to my seat, the only food option remaining besides non-perishables was an overpriced cheese plate. Safe to say, I no longer plan to buy food on this flight. The initial food service on this flight, I ended up with a ginger ale alongside 2 packets of snacks. Not satisfactory compared to a meal, but no worse than any other airline in North America. The second service was just drinks, of which I went with water. As you can see, I did not eat my snacks right away. We are almost done with this 7-hour flight, and it's time to take a look at the LegitScore. Starting off with the seat, it was okay, but I personally did not find it comfortable for the length of travel, and the amenities were fine, including really just a power outlet. Entertainment-wise, there was free Wi-Fi, which is awesome. No IFEs or magazines or anything like that, and I did not find any airline-provided movies or shows. But I kept myself entertained. The service was good, nothing special. The agents at the gates were informational and helped move my seat on a full flight. On board, just the usual in-flight service. The value for this flight? I don't have the exact price, but I do remember it was roughly $150, which in my mind was a pretty good deal considering I received Alaska Airlines miles. The competition was not cheaper, although some were faster. I intentionally chose this layover, so I can't blame the airline for taking longer than a non-stop. The seat and cabin were clean. With that, we are looking at a 33 out of 45, or a 73%. Not great, a solid C-grade flight. The fact of the matter is that this aircraft is already a stretch on a 5-hour flight. In my opinion, it's not a great medium-haul aircraft. Compared to a wider 737 or A320, this plane felt cramped, and the 30 inches of pitch did not help. Welcome to Vancouver, a city I can now say I've lived in for more than a few months, and the city this video ends in. My flight experience was fairly uneventful besides the 2-hour tarmac delay. Even though the LegitScore ranks this flight lower than other videos of mine, I still have a level of respect for Porter. I do enjoy their more boutique level of flying, and I think these aircraft really shine on flights around 3 hours. I think a lot of people would disagree with me on this, but that's my verdict till the next time I fly Porter's E195 E2. If you enjoyed today's video, smother it with likes and really cool comments, subscribe to the channel, follow my Instagram at legitimate_aviation, and be sure to come back next time when I fly Austrian Airlines A320 from Stockholm to Vienna. Until then, thanks for watching.